Hi guys, how is everyone doing tonight? Greetings to everyone. If you are live, let me know where is it that you are chatting from. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alma Lightworker and I do live streamings right here on this YouTube channel. For those of you who would like to know more about me, please visit the website www.amalightworker.com. And if you'd like to contact me to set for a session with me, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. Some of the services that I provide are Akashic Records readings, Akashic Records healing. I'm also a Reiki practitioner. I do tarot psychic readings. I do physiognomy, or also is known as face reading. I also use a system called the Star Key system to do birthday readings. And by training, I am a nutritionist, and I also do provide, separate nutrition services, spiritual services, and I also came up with a combination of a nutritional service and the Akashic Records. So again, please visit the website for those of you who are interested to know more. I see a few people in the chat. Abstract Wellness, how are you doing? Kathy, how are you, Kathy from Ohio? Abstract Wellness is in Michigan at this time. How are you? Oh, okay. How are you, Shockproof? It is a real pleasure doing these readings with you, Nadia, Iris from Canada. It's very nice to see you guys in the chat. I know that it is a little bit late. I usually do live streams much earlier, but I felt the urge to come on this live right now. So again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This reading today will be about the full moon that we are about to have on 6. And depending on where you are in the world, for some of you, it's going to be 7. We are going to have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio that is going to affect each and every one of us individually, personally, but also as a whole, as a collective. And it is said that this moon is known to be, or is called the pink moon, and it is going to be a super moon. Okay. So I am going to talk a little bit about, generally speaking, how would that affect you personally. Okay, so this is important for everyone to listen, and then I will break that down in each and every sign. The full moon in Scorpio is going to be one of those fascinating events that are going to happen in your life. Because I'm getting the sense that for some of you, it's going to feel like fireworks, something to be celebrated, time for you to collect your hard-earned success, what you have been working on. Okay, and for other ones, you have to face a reality that is going to come clashing at your door. Okay, and so to speak, it's about you waking up to a reality. Maybe you thought in a relationship things were pretty okay, and boom, suddenly your partner comes up to you and opens a very difficult conversation with you for you to have a better understanding of where is it that you stand in this relationship. For other ones, it's also going to be about how people are behaving around you or how people are misbehaving around you. And for those of you that in some ways you may not be aware that sometimes you prevent your own success from happening, this full moon will have the power to kind of make you get out of your way. A lot of emotions are going to be stirring up. There's going to be a lot brewing internally, emotionally. Okay. For some of you, you also have to deal with, you may also have to deal with some sort of an emotional explosion, if I'm allowed to put it that way, because that's how it's going to feel. okay, like an outburst of some kind of emotion. And it is also for you to understand that if there is anything that maybe you need to reinforce in your life, okay, you're going to come to that deep understanding. What is it in your life that you need to reinforce? Where is it that you need to focus? Work, finances, your health, your social life. For many of you, your social life is going to pick up, and you are also going to attract new acquaintances, new people in your life. And with that being said, many of us are also going to attract someone from our past that is suddenly going to reappear because you are meant to do something together. Maybe you're going to start to work together again. You start to collaborate together again, or simply for the pure pleasure of reconnecting again. And this super full moon in Scorpio uh, is also going to speak to a lot of us about relationship and love matters, past, present, and future, the possibility of what could be. You be a little bit caught in your own dreams, your romantic dreams. You know, when you start to space out and you start to fantasize how life could be with this person, like romanticizing maybe your situation. And it is also about how your past now be catching up with you. So in that regard, that could be a good thing because the hard work that you did in the past now is going to start to reward you. And for other ones, it's going to be about if you had any illusions, okay? If anyone has tried to fool you or create an illusion, or maybe you had an illusion, okay, from the past. Now it's that moment when you are going to wake up and you are going to see clearly what is an illusion, what is a real reality, what is attainable or not. And for all of us, there's going to be some sort of a magical quality. You are going to notice this magical quality in your dreams. You're going to notice this magical quality in something that you are doing or presenting to others, and people are going to comment about how uh, how they were moved. Maybe you're going to inspire someone by what you're doing, what you're saying, and it is the magical power of transformation. All of us are transforming. For some of us, maybe this transformation is a little bit more visible. Maybe it's to deal with your physical appearance, your health, your body, your weight. For other ones, it's about transforming the work that you do, your career, the home where you live. So it has to deal with some kind of transformation. For some of you, you could be finally completing this transformation because this is a transformation that started some time ago. Okay. And for other ones, is you'll be right in the middle, right at the culmination point of this transformation. This Scorpio full moon in April 27 is also going to speak to all of us about how careful we are with our finances, investments. So it's going to be about money, inheritances. It's going to be about gifts, things that have been passed on to you. People that are just going to show up to support you, or you be the one showing up to support another person. So it feels like a lot is going to come to fruition. And there is that energy of magic in the making, but also the energy of giving birth. Okay. When you give birth to a child is a wonderful thing, but it's also the most painful thing. But you also know that it's worth it. Because women who give birth, they always say that the moment they hold their baby, they forget all of the pain. And this is exactly what you can compare the energy of this super full moon, coming up with new ideas. For some of you, you are going to have some sort of a new beginning. It could be a new financial source, it could be a new work, could be you coming up with a new idea that is going to come to fruition, and as a result is going to change your life, your career, and even your social status and your financial status, making more money. Now for some of you, these ideas, this plan, okay, you come up with it around the time of the full moon, and you take you about 15 months because the plan has different parts and it needs, you need time to implement it. It needs to happen over time. But it does feel that anything that it be originating now, anything that it be completed or ending now is going to turn out to be the best thing that has ever happened, and maybe the best thing that you have ever done. It's very important that you also take some time to validate your feelings, okay? And you are going to have a sign. Something will happen for you to validate something that you suspect, to validate a doubt, okay? To validate a feeling, okay? Because for some of you, you'll be feeling like yes or no. You'll be feeling like that kind of a situation. For other ones, it's going to be about, I don't know how this other person feels about me. So again, it's all about getting that validation that you need, but you also need to be a little bit more aware of the signs around you, particularly repetitive signs. And for you, this energy is connected to finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, at the end of a journey. And it is also about plants, flowers, farming. There's going to be, you'll be magically drawn to plants, flowers, farming, maybe raising your own food, or just taking an interest on these kind of matters. At a global level, I'm getting the sense that economically, financially, something will happen with money markets around the globe, and it's going to be a little bit drastic. In some parts of the world, it's going to be like very good for investments, finances, money markets, stock markets. And I'm also getting the sense that something about Australia here, New Zealand, that there's going to be some dark and gloomy energy, but it's going to only be a temporary dark and gloomy energy. And they are not specifying whether that's going to be connected to finances or to other things that may be happening. I'm also getting the sense that there are going to be also groups of people revolting, protesting in certain parts of the world. Okay, a lot of people are going to stand up for what they believe. You could be the one standing up for what you believe. Doesn't mean that you have to protest. Maybe it's not, a world issue. What is it that you need to stand up for? But you are going to be called in some ways to stand up for yourself, to stand up to defend yourself, to defend your beliefs, or to stand up to defend and protect someone else. Who will be trying to stop you on their tracks, who will be trying to fool you or to derail you from your goals, they're not going to be successful because you are going to read right through them. You're going to see right through them. So I'm getting the sense that if you are a person that in some ways you have enemies, then are not going to be successful. Okay? Because you are going to be moving forward in spite of naysayers or in spite of any enemies that you may have, or situations. Maybe it's a situation that you consider it's very uncomfortable and it's your enemy. For those of you who are diabetic, pre-diabetic, or who have some kind of a problem with sugar levels, you need to be a little bit careful. Watch how much sugar, carbohydrates you are putting in your system. Many of you have a tendency to have a little bit more of a sweet tooth than usual. And there is this great energy of sexual healing, sexual awakening, healing of the sexual traumas. For some of you, you have a breakthrough in some kind of a therapy that you are doing. For other ones, this would be you beginning some kind of a therapy. And there's also a lot of energy around fertility. So from what I'm gathering from the Akashic Records, I'm getting the sense that for those of you who maybe you want to have a child, it feels like in the next 4 to 6 weeks, you are going to be in the right energy for that, because your sexual charm, your sexual magnetism, your sexual libido is going to be pretty great. That's what I keep getting. So it's very important that you trust the process, even though the process may not necessarily make sense right now. Maybe you don't have all of the answers right now. Trust the process and trust that there is a purpose for all of this, and it's a matter of time for you to discover what the purpose was for you. Okay, so this energy also calls a little bit for patience. You have to be patient. You'll be hearing about pregnancies, children being born, or other important news, celebratory news around children and children related issues. So that was the general overview of what this superfull moon is supposed to bring to all of us at a personal level and also globally. Now I will look a little bit more into each zodiac sign. And if I am forgetting a zodiac sign, please pay attention and remind me what zodiac sign comes next, because sometimes I get lost and I don't remember each sign in the right order. Okay. Um, Aries sun, Aries rising, and Aries moon. It's going to be about money, how to make money, where is it that you need to carefully analyze your income. But I'm getting the sense that this full moon will bring you some very good news in terms of money. It could be about money come to you from a compensation, from a lawsuit, from an inheritance, from an investment. And I'm also getting the sense that in spite of that, in spite of the fact that you'll be doing well financially, you still need to be careful about how you spend your money, because you have a tendency to spend money for stuff that you don't really need. Some of you could be looking into the opportunity for you to put your finances together, because some of you be looking to purchase a home, a property, or a business. And I'm also shown a lot of areas that are going to be moving. So again, this energy is going to influence you for about 4 to 6 weeks. Be very careful in how you respond, how you interact with people in position of power. This could be a boss or supervisor. This could be a landlord. This could be a person in your life that somehow has a lot of power over you. It could be someone you live with, a spouse, a child, a parent, a friend. So someone that in some ways has a lot of power over you. It feels like this is the time for you to be a little bit more forgiving, more linear. Don't be so stubborn, because you'll be dealing with situations, areas that if normally your stubbornness pays you well or serves you well, this time around your stubbornness will be doing completely the opposite. So knowing when to back off, don't add fuel to the fire. So that's what I keep getting for your sign. And please feel free to leave me a comment either in the chat or in the comment section down here below. Taurus, a sun, a Taurus rising, and Taurus moon. A project is approaching an end. So in the next 4 to 6 weeks, some kind of project will be completed, done, or it feels like you are going to be dealing with an ending of some kind. And for some of you, it is going to be about the ending of some sort of a social related situation. Okay, the ending of a membership that maybe you had with a club, a group, a social group that you belong to, a friendship situation. And I'm also getting the sense that you'll be dealing with different bank accounts. You'll be dealing with taking money from one account, putting money in another account. There's going to be a lot of activity about money, bank accounts, spending money, and also trying to plan for something that maybe you are planning for later on. So looking at details. So in the next 4 to 6 weeks, you'll be dealing with details of some kind, figuring out one thing after another. You are going to be a little bit perplexed or confused, either emotionally, mentally, or in regards to a situation. So for those of you who need to gain clarity, you need to be patient because you may be dealing with information that maybe you were not aware of it before. Okay, so now that information will facilitate you making a decision and you not being so perplexed. So you'll be just uncovering or unveiling the truth. For those of you who have been hiding a secret, hiding the truth, or maybe you haven't been honest with yourself. This is the kind of energy that by accident you'll be revealing something that you didn't mean to, or you could be saying a little bit too much. So it's important for you to understand where is it that you need to keep your mouth shut and maybe not reveal more that you should be revealing. This could be your secrets, this could be your plans about a project, this could be maybe you don't know all of the facts yet. Okay, so when you speak, it's going to be like, it's going to sound very judgmental, or it's not going to be true because maybe you don't know everything just yet. I'm getting the sense that you are going to be dealing with home repairs, fixing, repairing things around the home, in the backyard, in a garden that you have, in a porch that you may have. And I'm getting a sense that a lot of you Taurian be working with wood. I'm getting a sense of a lot of woodwork, or maybe whatever you need to fix and repair is somehow connected to wood. So anything that is made out of wood, maybe replacing your flooring. So that's the sense that I'm getting. So try not to be so irritated, because for some of you in the next 4 to 6 weeks you'll be a little bit easily irritated. The next sign is Gemini. Gemini sun, Gemini rising, and Gemini moon. For many of you, you are going to have some sort of a success in terms of giving and receiving information. Um, that could be networking. Communications of all kinds are going to be open and maybe a little bit more easy or facilitated. It's going to be about you writing a book, releasing videos, releasing some kind of information to an audience. You're releasing information. It doesn't matter in what form, because in today's society, information is in the form of a book, a video, a Zoom meeting, a compilation of videos and pictures. And you'll be presenting this information to your family in a meeting, in a social group that you belong to. Because I'm getting the sense that all of these kind of activities now are going to go extremely well. Your reputation is on the rise, and you not even be aware of that. Because I'm getting for you, Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Moon, that other people behind the scenes, without your knowledge, they'd be talking very good for you. They'd be doing something to promote you, to promote your work, your business, to promote you as a person. Maybe you are single and you are looking. It feels like there's a lot of good energy right now around you. And if you are someone that maybe you had dealt in the past with a situation where people maybe were bad mouthing you or gossiping about you, now the truth will be revealed. Now they are going to get to know the real Gemini, your real skill, your real talent. But at the same time, you are not going to stand and take bullshit from anyone. I'm getting the sense that you are going to set the records straight. If you need to file anything in terms of legal paperwork, anything that has to deal with the legal system, the justice system, power of attorney, immigration or citizenship related matters. So legal related matters, you'll be sorting out certain things about that in the hard time of the next 4 to 6 weeks. And for some of you, it could be about a ticket that maybe you're going to fight. It doesn't matter what kind of ticket this is. Could be about a refund, could be a traffic ticket, could be a parking ticket. And you'll be invited to a social gathering or to an event where They are going to ask you to do a special toast, to give a special presentation. Somebody be asking to interview you. You're going to have a lot of people interested in your opinion, your idea, interested in your advice and your guidance. You are going to feel a sort of connection to your ancestors. A lot of spiritually connected issues with your ancestry coming up. For some of you, it's about getting messages in your dream, talking about people that have passed away and somehow feeling connected to them. It's going to be about the full circle of life. You'll be hearing about pregnancies. Maybe a family member, a relative, or a close friend could be giving birth during this time. And if you be suffering a little bit from a toothache or from allergies or some other condition that flares up from time to time, you are also going to have a fast recovery, but you still need to be taking better care of yourself, either because for some of you it's going to be connected to allergies, sinuses, or your stomach be feeling a little bit delicate nowadays. And some of you be dealing with expiration dates on your food, expiration dates on certain paperwork that maybe you needed to file, or due dates. So timing issue be coming up, and you are going to have the strength to deal with all of it, because somehow you're going to feel that either your hope is renewed, your body's energy is renewed, you're going to feel that something is being renewed in your life. And I hope that this is making sense to you, Gemini. Cancer sun, Cancer rising, and Cancer moon. You are going to have the sense or the feeling that you are on the end of the rope, but I'm also getting the sense that just because you feel like that doesn't mean that this is what you are dealing with. And it could be the situation that right now, anything that you are feeling, anything that you are experiencing is going to be pretty much internalized. You are internalizing everything, but also it's going to be a little bit, you'll be perceiving everything a little bit more than it is, the good and the bad. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, it's going to be like a reawakening of some sort of a romantic interest. Or if you already are in a relationship, it's going to be about the reawakening of romance in this relationship. You are going to be going through closets, pockets, anything, drawers, and it feels like you're going to be taking things out, clearing things. So for a lot of you, it's going to be about physically cleaning your home, physically cleaning bags, pockets that you have, your fridge, drawers. And for other ones, it feels like as you'll be drawn a little bit more to tending to your home, you also notice a certain sense that your energy is shifting, because this energy of this full moon intensify your anxiety, your feelings, even your excitement and your romantic feelings. But it is also going to fizzle out at some point, so that you are in a way that you are going to start to feel a little bit more grounded again. Okay, so if you are someone that somehow you feel like you are up in the air and you don't know where you're going to land, this is only a temporary situation. Good things are in the making, okay? And it is a matter of you, in other words, slowing down a little bit so you can notice the opportunities that are being presented to you. I'm also getting the sense that you are going to have the power and the magic power to turn something bad to your advantage, to work with what you have, to basically turn lemons into lemonade. And I hope that this is making sense to you. Leo sun, Leo rising, and Leo moon. Some of you needs to hold your horses. You may be going a little bit too soon, too fast, but in a good way. And you'll be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. For you, good things are happening, okay? And you'll be feeling a little bit overwhelmed because of some changes that recently happened in your life. or you'll be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by work. You'll also be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by your success. You now need to start applying to your life exactly what is it that you teach others, exactly what is it that you advise others to do. So it feels like take a dose of your own medicine, take your own advice. If you are feeling like you need some guidance again, have a consultation with yourself, because it feels like the guidance that you need right now, ultimately, it doesn't matter who you consult and how many people you consult, ultimately, you are going to be the one resolving the situation. Okay, so use your own wisdom, but you also have to be calm enough and honest enough with yourself so that you can listen to your own wisdom, so that you can listen to your own advice. A lot of things be irritating, and sometimes you'll be feeling like you are wasting your time, you are going in circles with the same people, with the same situations. Could be about getting somebody through the phone. Okay, you'll be dealing with institutions. Like sometimes it can be difficult to reach someone over the phone, okay, or in a different circumstance. But ultimately, it feels like everything that ends well is well. Some of you could be preparing during this time for an important trip. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, you may be preparing for this trip. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, you'll be preparing to welcome a baby in your life. Could be your baby, could be from a relative, family is expanding in some ways. It could be that you'll be getting ready to welcome a new person in your life. For some of you, it's going to be someone that you're going to be dating. For other ones, it's going to be you are already dating somebody and now you'll be going through the next step. So you'll be introducing this person to the family, or a cousin or a sister or a sibling, be getting ready to introduce you to the love of their life. So romance is in the air for many of you Leos. If anything needs to finalize during this time, for many of you, it's going to be cohabitation situation that be coming to an end right now. Could be a roommate situation, or you are in a relationship with somebody and you also live together. Could be the finalizing of that situation for some of you, or finally reaching some sort of agreement to a divorce. I'm talking about people that already started to have these problems, and you kind of know that at some point, you're going to end this relationship or this marriage. I'm not talking about those of you whose relationship is doing pretty well right now. So finalizing of a divorce, or finalizing some kind of a divorce settlement. This is what is being shown to me for some of you Leos. Money be showing up from unexpected sources. It could be about money from the government, a program that you'll be finding for assistance. It could be about from properties that you'll be buying or selling, real estate, an inheritance, lawsuits, or money showing up for you through uh, through courts and legal matters. So this is the sense that I am getting for any of you Leos. So it feels like very soon you're going to get ready to celebrate something. So over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, you are going to get ready to celebrate something. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, they're showing me cash, and they're showing me that for some of you, you are very distrusting right now. You'll be taking money out of your account, and you'll be feeling like, I don't trust anyone with this money, cash. I don't trust anybody with these files. Could be like printed files, paper files, could be files on your computer. So it feels like you are going to be very aware with whom you share your secrets, or you're going to be very aware that certain things need to be a secret. And you are going to be very aware of people who have a tendency, in other words, to get into your files, personal letters, or get a sense of your secrets. So you're going to be feeling a little bit secretive about what you are doing, what ideas you are coming up with, certain projects that maybe you are working on, and maybe you are asked to keep the privacy around that. You're going to have a sense that you need to upgrade something. You'll be dealing with upgrading a system in your computer, upgrading of a cell phone that you be having, upgrading of a service that you have, like a cable service or an internet service, or some maybe it's also going to be connected to bills like utility bills. You'll be dealing with issues about credit cards. So I'm also getting the sense that you'll be dealing at this time with emails and notifications that have like a dual meaning, or you can see through that there is a scam, and you actually even start to laugh, and you're going to be like, at least they could come up with a better lie. You are going to be drawn a little bit more in social problems that be affecting you in your area, in the area where you live. And you'll be taking a little bit more of a practical approach, more of a hands-on approach into maybe if you are agreeing with a group of people, you'll be joining that group of people, you'll be working together to do a fundraiser, to protest together, like to bring some justice into this world, or you'll be drawn into bringing people together so they can help you if you feel that somebody has wronged you, and now you be forced to prove your point, or you'll be forced to clear your name. So for your Virgos, you'll be dealing with a situation where you need to stand up in the name of truth. You are also going to be looking into either a new career or a new job, because in the hard time of the next 4 to 6 weeks, many of you are going to be doing some kind of a job search. You'll be looking for a job search. It could be within the same company or in a different company. And I'm also getting especially jobs in the health related field, hospitals. I'm getting a lot of Virgos and activities around hospitals, job that are related to the healthcare and hospitals coming up for a lot of you Virgos. If you are somebody who needs to take a test or an examination in the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm getting the sense that hard work will pay you well. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you Virgos, and I hope that this is making sense to you. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. I'm getting the sense that some of you could be receiving news that somebody wants to expand their family. You'll be getting the sense of the urge that you want to expand your family in some ways. If you are a Libra, that maybe you have your own practice, you have your own business, you'll be looking into expanding what you will have. I'm also getting the sense that of your Libra may be during this time expanding your work hours, your shift. If you work in shifts, your shift be changing. And I'm also getting the sense that your work duties, responsibilities are going to expand during this time. If you are someone who already is doing a lot and you can't do anymore, you are going to be looking in either cutting your working hours or cutting some of your duties and your responsibilities. When it comes to your work, I'm getting the sense that there's going to be a lot more work than usual, but also work is going to be very rewarding. I'm getting the sense that there's money coming in because of your hard work. Anything that you are going to choose to put your energy right now is going to reward you. However, you still need to be a little bit careful with people in position of power, with a manager, with a coworker that usually causes problems. Anything that you'll be saying right now be used against you. So, or it could be taken out of the context. I'm sorry. So you have to be very careful with how you reward, how you phrase your words in text, emails that you'll be sending, and particularly when you are talking to people in a position of power. You'll be dealing with siblings that could be a little bit more demanding right now, or whatever they are demanding of you, you cannot satisfy that request right now. If you have children, your children could be throwing a tantrum. Okay, so be dealing with family matters and family situations coming up, but all of these issues are resolvable issues. So basically, you have to understand how far you are drawing the line, how far you are setting these boundaries. So issues about boundary coming up for you, Libras, in the hard time of the next 4 to 6 weeks. Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon, and this is the moon in your sign, and it's going to be for any of you a moon that is going to bring to you karmic related situations. Anything that be happening right now, understand that there's nothing that you could have done differently to have a different outcome or to change the situation. So it feels like you are going to have encounters with people that are going to be feeling like fate. There are not going to be coincidences without a meaning. Why you are running into certain people, why some people from your past are trying to reconnect with you right now. Matters of money, finances, matters of credit cards, matters of how you spend your money, how you earn your money are going to come up. And for some of you, it's going to be connected with money coming to you from government assistance, money coming to you from inheritance, money coming to you from buying and selling of a property, real estate related matters, home related matters. You'll be dealing with a job situation where either something needs to change and you could be the one initiating that change, or suddenly, abruptly, you are going to be given the order that now you're going to start to work from the office, or now you're going to start to work from home. And you'll be dealing with schedules being changed, schedule being either hours being cut off or hours being extended. So there's going to be some important change about work. The energy around your home is going to start to flip or to shift or to change. For some of you, it's going to be about a new home. It's going to be about purchasing furniture or other things that are expensive for your home. And you'll also be looking into buying property. So if this doesn't happen to you right now in the hard time of the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm getting the sense that in a year from now, you're going to have that idea now. You're going to come together with a plan, okay? And it feels like in the hard time of a year from now, because you are planning now for it, that's going to land you a new job, a new career, a new business, and a new home. Little by little, you are going to come out of your shell, okay? Because now it feels like there's going to be a lot of pressure in you to kind of not do so much work behind the scenes, but kind of to be seen, to showcase your talent, to present some information, to do a presentation, to connect to an audience that you have. So you'll be doing the same work, but you'll be doing that work in a whole new way. You'll also be using at this time a new platform. For example, if you are a YouTuber, you discover another platform and a new audience for you to connect. During this time, you'll be getting in touch with people that in some ways will have the power to promote you, will have the power to help you in the next stage of your life. These could be agents, promoters, they maybe want to promote a book, a project that you are working on. Maybe they want to promote your channel. Maybe they want to promote you in your work by speaking very well on your behalf. If you are somebody that is dealing with people that have been taking credit for your work, you are going to prove them wrong. You are going to get the evidence together. And for some of you, if you have to go to courts or to follow up with this situation legally, that's what you are going to do. And I'm also getting the sense that if you are somebody that maybe you had like a legal situation that you were dealing with, legal paperwork, lawsuits, courts, I'm getting the sense that eventually you're going to have success. Okay, because there's a lot of Scorpios right now. Okay, and it's not about the time frame, but I'm getting this, these things are going to give you success. Some kind of a very long situation around a legal situation will now finally be finalized, being completed, or will come to an end, will come to a resolution in the hard time of the next 4 to 6 weeks. Where is it that you have been hurting emotionally? You'll be coming up and talking about that. You'll be talking about that in therapy, and maybe you never had therapy before. It could be your first time. It's going to be like you revealing something. And normally, maybe this is not what you do. You keep a lot to yourself. You are going to be revealing something big, either to an audience that you have, to a family member, to relatives. It feels like you are going to find the strength within you to deal with challenges, to confront situations, to confront people, and to set the record straight. So I'm getting the sense that right now you are going to be unstoppable. Whoever wants to stop you, they're not going to be successful. You are connecting more and more with your soul, with your soul's true purpose. So I'm getting also like there's a lot of sexual activity, attraction. Maybe that was on pause for a while for you, but now it feels like it's going to pick up romance. You're going to have like a lot of sexual power, magnetism. You're going to be getting a lot of compliments. And some of you will be joining during this time a grieving group. You'll be joining during this time an AA meeting. You'll be joining during this time a group of people that maybe you guys talk about traumas or even about sexual disease, sexual related problems. I'm not saying that all of you have this, but I'm talking about those of you that particularly had some kind of a trauma that affected your romantic life or your sexual life. So that's what I'm getting. You're going to be the man to go to. You're going to be the woman to go to. You're going to be the person to go to. That's what I'm getting for you. Okay, you're going to have that feeling, even in a social setting, even with family members, in a business, in a place where you work, you're going to be the person to go to. So I hope that this is making sense to you. But also, you have to understand that sometimes great things in life happen as a result of an ending. So if an ending is happening, you're not causing the ending, but if you're dealing with some kind of ending, the end of a contract, the end of arrangement, the end of the agreement, allow it to happen naturally, because I'm getting a very strong feeling that one door closes or something ends, another thing begins. Okay, I'm getting a sense that you are always going to be able to have another opportunity. So there's never going to be a lost opportunity. Something doesn't work out, another thing will. I hope that this is making sense to you, Scorpios. Do leave me a comment down here below. I'm curious to hear from you. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. For those of you who have recently settled into a new home or into a new job, now this home or this job is going to feel a little bit more like yours. If you recently have ended a relationship, now that energy, it feels a little bit more settled, more grounded. Okay, so the first phase of you somehow getting over that breakup. And I'm getting a sense that you are going to be dealing with new wonderful beginnings. Somebody approach you with an idea to start something together, either to start a relationship together, to start working on a project together, to start working on a book together, to offer you a deal on a business or a business idea that they have, or they be approaching you with an investment idea. Okay? It feels like you're going to attract a lot of people that somehow they want your input or maybe they want your help. What you need to keep in mind, understand that you'll be dealing with situations that somehow you are forced to do so, or somebody putting a lot of pressure on you. Okay, if that's the situation where you feel pressured, many of you now are going to be taking a stand and you're going to be like, no means no. So if somebody pressuring you into saying something or into doing something, that's not a good place for you to act. And if it is you who is pressuring yourself, you need to be very, very careful, because that's not the right energy for you. Where is it that you need to give yourself more time or more space? That's what you need to do. I'm even getting the sense that for some of you, you'll be dealing with a proposal, a romantic proposal, a proposal of love, or a proposal of marriage. You are also going to be hearing about family, relatives. You'll be hearing from family and relatives, cousins. For some of you, it could be about the expectation of something wonderful happening. You'll be hearing about a child, a pregnancy, the birth of a child. You'll be preparing to celebrate a birthday. You'll be putting together some sort of a secret plan to surprise somebody later on. Doesn't mean that this is going to happen in the next 4 to 6 weeks, but the ideas about it are going to be created in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So I hope that this is making sense to you. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you are going to run into some amount of money. It could be coming to you through an inheritance, something, maybe you win something free, okay, like a free trip or like a free gift. That's what I'm getting. And I'm getting a sense of surprises coming your way, something that you're going to be very surprised to hear about. Yeah, a lot of surprises around you. That's the sense that I'm getting. And I hope that this is making sense to you, Sagittarians. Next is Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon. Pay attention to where is it that you'll be revealing too much. This could be in a work-related situation. This could be during a meeting. This could be in a family-related situation. Because I'm getting the sense that whatever you know, it's not appropriate for you to reveal too much of it, at least just yet. This could be your ideas, this could be your plans, this could be something that you are asked to keep as a secret or something that you are asked to keep it quiet. If you are someone who is newly dating or the relationship is fairly new, again, I'm getting the sense that it may not be the right energy or the right time for you to make any big declarations of love or to let the world know who you're dating and what's happening in your love life. So in that regard, it feels like you need to keep it a little bit on the down low. You'll be helping somebody who is ailing physically. Maybe they're going to ask you to drive them to the hospital or to the emergency room. So I'm getting something minor, but for some reason I'm getting like a big hush hush around that. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Capricorns. If you are someone who has pets, it could be about one of your pets gets sick or maybe needing your attention more so than usual. Pay attention to where is it that you are placing your personal items, particularly your wallet. Pay attention to who has access to information that you have in your computer, files, passwords. You'll be dealing with technology-related situations. You want to purchase a new piece of equipment, technology, certain updates that be happening with different systems in your computer, and you'll be losing some of the previous information. So what I'm getting for you is, Capricorn, I'm getting for you that you need to back up your work. Back up, back up, back up. If you have, some materials that you need to print, make some extra copies. And it's very important that you don't rush into anything. You are definitely going to be asked to do some kind of a presentation. Could be on YouTube, could be through your work, could be in a meeting, could be in a social setting. Okay, so take your time to put some materials together. It's going to go fine. You'll be asked to maybe audition for something. Okay, as long as you are calm, everything is going to go way. So I hope that this is making sense to you. So life will feel a little bit more steady, but you'll be dealing with sudden situations. And in spite of these sudden situations, life will feel more steady and safe for you. Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. Okay, so this Scorpio full moon in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm getting the sense that is going to reawaken your social life. Your social standing will be changing. You are going to pick up your social activities. You're going to be surrounded by people that in some ways are interested to hear from you. You're going to be hearing from family members that or relatives that maybe you haven't connected or spoken to in quite some time. You know, life is busy. We don't always have time to connect to everyone. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you be working on a new project. Could be a new book, a new series of videos, a new documentary, a screenplay that you'll be working on, a radio show, a TV show, you'll be working in something that has to deal with the theater, fashion. So there's a lot that it's happening, but kind of behind the scenes. Okay, whatever you be, if there was something that you were working like behind the scenes, now it feels like you could do the big revelation. Okay, so the spotlight will be on you. You'll be dealing with matters of a community where you belong, a community where you live. You'll be dealing with neighbors. For some of you, I'm getting the sense it's like an opportunity will come knocking in your door. And you'll be noticing during this time new activity in the neighborhood, people moving in, people moving out. It feels like you are a little bit more ready to be a little bit more social. Maybe you weren't so ready before. And for some of you, you're going to come to some big realization. Okay, you whatever is it that boom, suddenly you realize you're going to be like, it's time for me to take action. Okay, if it is about health, you're going to be like, time for me to take action. If it is about a financial situation, again, you're going to be like, time for me to take action. So I'm getting a sense that you are going to be tired of sitting and waiting for something to happen. Whatever is coming your way, you'll be shocked or surprised or pleasantly surprised. You're going to feel like it's time for me to grab the bull by its horns. Okay, and I am going to go through this. I am doing this. um, you're going to have people that are going to cheer you on and support you, but you are also going to have enemies or people who are negatively commenting. You are not going to let that stop you, because I'm getting a sense that in spite of people that are criticizing you, in spite of people that want to sabotage you, so to speak, you are going to be successful. If you are somebody who is dealing with a lawsuit, or somebody who is unjustly accusing you of something, okay, you are going to confront that person with the truth, with the evidence, with the facts. So I'm getting the sense that you are going to be a major part of you making your success, and chance, opportunities are also going to be in your on your side. You'll be hearing during this time from people who live very far at a distance, maybe people who live overseas. You'll be hearing from colleges, universities. There's going to be some situation or some conversation that you're going to have about either moving abroad or the possibility of you transferring or moving abroad. During this time, you'll be hearing about something that is changing. Maybe in the job, the company where you work, they're changing the policies. Maybe the government of your country is creating a new law or is creating something new that's is going to open a door for you, or you're going to know how to use it. Okay, be dealing again with that situation when you turn lemons into lemonade. But definitely, somebody in a position of power is going to give you some kind of a hope that something is about to happen. I'm also getting the sense that you'll be hearing or dealing with matters about properties, inheritances, a piece of land, real estate matters, buying or selling. In some ways, something is going to expand, either your finances, your job, your career, or your social status and the social circles that you belong to. This could be also online social circles and communities that you belong to. And for some of you, there's going to be this reawakened desire to be in love again. Okay. And again, you're going to take action, you're going to do something about it. If you are in a relationship, you're going to bring some spark and romance back to it. Your partner will be surprising you. in some ways. And I'm getting a sense that if you are in Aquarius, that maybe your life was too calm or too quiet and nothing was happening. Now you're going to feel a certain urge, or you're going to feel like now you are ready, okay, to allow love in your life again. You'll be feeling ready to start dating again. So that's what I'm getting for a lot of you, and I hope that this is making sense. Pisces, Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. Okay, the Akashic records are being very playful right now, but they also sound very motivating, and they would like to motivate a lot of you Pisceans, and would like to remind you that you Pisces are fabulous. Okay, because it's not about the external, it's about when you feel fabulous, okay, then you create fabulous things. A lot has been changing for you, Pisces, and I'm getting the sense that you have been going through some kind of a transformation of your physical appearance. You have transformed something that is very visible, and now it feels like this transformation will start to give you results. There's going to be some strange activity, and I repeat, strange activity happening with technology, strange activity happening in the workplace, or strange activity in connection to your work. It doesn't matter whether you work from home or not. And there's going to be this sense that some divine power is rearranging things for you. Very soon you are going to receive some information. This could be in the form of a pamphlet, in the form of a brochure, from a book, from a documentary, from a random video on YouTube, because it feels like you need to know this. So to you, it's going to feel like randomly you're getting to hear something, or it could be like, from different people, word of mouth. If you feel that you have been neglected, now is going to feel like you're getting all of the attention. If you are a Pisces that in some ways you have been neglecting your own needs, now you are going to wake up to this fact. What is it that you have exactly been neglecting about yourself? And you are going to get actually you're going to get in charge to do something about it. During this time, you'll be hearing some news coming to you from IRS, a government branch, a government institution, coming to you from or in regards to an application, a form that you filled out. You'll be hearing from a utility company. Okay, and I'm getting like you are going to be given some kind of an additional information. You are going to be granted a wish. You'll be granted something that maybe you applied before, or something that you worked to get. Now you're going to be given the yes, the approval, or the green light. And here's what they're saying. You still need to be a little bit careful. So they're going to remind you of the old saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer, and you're going to rise above it. That's the sense that I'm getting. Like you are going to rise above it, but be patient. You are going to have a tendency not to be patient. And that's what you'll be doing to kind of prevent something from happening, okay, or delaying it. Okay, so be a little bit more patient, even with yourself. Be a little bit more patient with yourself and others. You are also going to be dealing with situations that require your immediate time, your immediate attention, or your immediate action. I'm getting the sense that generally you're going to be okay. Just don't let the little things irritate you more than it should. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Pisces. I know that last time I had some technological issues. The sign of Aquarius and Pisces were never registered properly. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Maybe some kind of a glitch in the connectivity, or some kind of a glitch with the live stream. I'm not getting the sense that anything went wrong this time. So I hope that all of you guys got all of your signs and you are able to hear me correctly. I know that a few people were chatting, but I was too focused on the reading. So, hi, Cherokee, how are you? Small wildflowers. How is everything going? So I'm curious to hear from you. So either comment right here on the chat or in the comment section down here below. This video will be posted automatically once the live stream is done. I hope that all of you are going to be okay. Like, share, don't forget to subscribe. And for those of you who are interested in services, please visit the website www.amalightworker.com and email me to book a session at amalightworker@gmail.com. And for those of you who are interested to purchase more than one service, I will be more than happy to put a package deal for you. All you have to do is ask me. Okay, ask me about it, email me so that maybe I can set up like a special package for you. And just so that you know, the VIP program is always on. You're not going to find the information about it on the website, but for those of you who are interested in the week's VIP coaching program, do email me and let me and ask me if I have any discounts at this time. And you get like a free evaluation, a free consultation to figure out whether this coaching program is good for you or not and how you're going to use it. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask me questions or if you want me to put together a coaching or a coaching VIP program for you, or to put together some sort of a package for you. So with that being said, thank you very much. Again, good night, and I will reconnect with you soon. Bye for now.